And we are back with Issue Today and reporter for Friday, Angela Jung. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Sinyan.
TGIF.
Yes.
I really do relate to that. Yes, finally, it's the weekend coming up. And a lot of us, of course, will be looking forward to some maybe good weather so we can enjoy the weekend to the fullest. Now, we have been under a lot of fine dust and yellow dust for the past couple of days, but then we did see some blue skies as well. So I think it got a lot of people actually confused about whether the air quality really was as bad as we were hearing on the news reports or not.
Right. The clear skies were observed because ultrafine dust within yellow dust was temporarily pushed out. With the sky being covered by yellow dust originating from China for days, one might have thought that the weather has been nice as we saw blue skies and good visibility for the last few days. But actually, sand dust and strong wind blown to Korea together with the yellow dust played a part in pushing out the ultrafine dust that were stagnating within the country. So according to the forecast by the Korea Meteorological Administration, KMA, and Air Quality Forecasting Center, the yellow dust that hit the Korean peninsula on March 16th would last until today throughout the majority of part of the country.
Right. So once again, the clearer blue skies can be quite deceiving. We should always pay attention and heed those meteorological reports. Now, do you have any maybe more tips for us that we should observe during these bad air conditions?
So, an official from the Ministry of Environment advised that households check if their windows are tightly closed and there are no gaps in order to prevent yellow dust coming inside the house. And I actually read the news that yellow dust is worse than just the fine dust.
For our health, you mean?
Right, especially our lungs. So vulnerable groups such as the elderly should refrain from going out and stay home under this weather condition.
Right. So yellow dust, fine dust, ultrafine dust, all very bad for us. So let's keep those masks on, especially when we're traveling. I think sometimes when we're in our cars, we take the mask off, but we should keep them on. Moving on to some other news, well, still related to the weather, we are going to have some rain. Will it bring back the blue skies and wash away all the yellow dust and bad air?
So, as you mentioned, we're expecting some rain on this coming weekend throughout the country, starting from Jeju today. And in some mountainous areas, it will be possible to see this yellow dust and fine dust being washed away. However, in the greater Seoul area, there won't be a lot of rain enough to wash away the ultrafine dust with smaller particles.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, let's get into more details. When can we expect the rain and where?
So according to the short-term weather forecast by KMA, we're going to see some rain in Jeju and southern provincial areas from tonight and early tomorrow morning and expected to wash away the yellow dust lingering in the air. But tomorrow, there will be some rain in Chungcheong province in the afternoon and in Gyeongsang province at the nighttime. For the greater Seoul area, there will be a short, small rain tomorrow afternoon.
So not a lot of rain here in the capital, and that's why it won't be enough to wash away all the fine dust and yellow dust?
Right. A forecaster from the Air Quality Forecasting Center says whether the yellow dust or ultrafine dust can be washed away by rain actually varies depending on weather conditions such as fine dust concentration and amount of precipitation. However, under the current conditions, it's not highly likely that the amount of ultrafine dust in the greater Seoul area will be decreased. The forecaster also explained when it rains constantly, the amount of fine dust reduces. But when it comes to ultrafine dust, it will not be easily washed away.
That is quite unfortunate. Well, let's move on to our second item. There is going to be an interesting event in the run-up to Arbor Day, which falls on April 5th. And maybe this will be a way to at least maybe clear away some ultrafine dust within our homes at least.
Right. To mark 76th Arbor Day, Korea Forest Service will hold a contact-free online event titled Have Your Own Tree from today until April 18th in order to put carbon-neutral measures into action.
We can have our own tree, all of us in our homes. That sounds very interesting. Can you tell us more about this?
Sure. The event's website, the GRUCON, which is a Korean term combining characters GRU, which is the measuring unit for tree in Korean, and
Like
emoticon.
kuru. Okay, got it.
GRUCON, yes. So it's an emoticon will be given out so those who have received it can trade it for a tree seedling. For the 2021 Have Your Own Tree event, a total of 5,000 worth of Groupon will be distributed on two separate occasions on a first come, first served basis. One person can participate in the events only once. So the first time distribution will begin today at 1 p.m., and the second time distribution follows the 1 p.m. on 26th. The Groupon will be given out in a text message after a screening process to filter out wrong or redundant mobile phone numbers. So the only thing you need to do is actually put your phone number. And those who have the Groupon can exchange it for a tree seedling at 124th Forestry Cooperative Tree Markets across the country by April 18th.
Okay. So I guess the website, you can find it by searching for Have Your Own Tree Day or something like that. It seems like a great idea to raise your own tree or tree seedling. And you know what would be even greater? To maybe send it out as a gift, this Kurukon. Can you do that too?
Yes, you can use the Groupon for yourself, but if you can also send it to others who need it. If you're self-quarantining for some reason, it would be a great idea to send it to another person to go to the market instead to prevent the COVID-19 infection. If you post your experience with this event and share it on the event's website, you can also win a small prize. And for more information, you can visit www.2021mytree.info.
Okay, so that's the website, 2021mytree.info. Moving on to our last item. This year,